Jeff Ranke. I'm the editorial director of IEN and Finishing World. We're here at the Surfing Show in Las Vegas with Petruna and Sirco Industries. Thanks so much for taking the time, Paul. Got a lot of energy here, the opening night of the show, a lot of people walking around. Tell us a little bit about Sirco and the stuff you have going on.
Okay, well, we are a company that is involved in water treatment, primarily in wastewater for the metal finishing industry, but other industries as well. We specialize in water recycling technologies, and we try to meet the individual needs of a specific customer based on the water treatment that needs to be done. Some people have chrome, some people have other heavy metals, some people have cyanides, and so we tailor our systems to meet whatever the customer needs.
Absolutely. Now, your wife was just saying you guys have grown significantly in the last 10 years. I mean, from a garage to an 11,000 square foot industrial building, that's amazing growth. A lot of that obviously has to do with the products that you have to offer and the services and your expertise. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you're going to be showing customers or potential customers here at the show.
Well, we started out building large systems, hundreds of gallons per minute systems, and we found that most people now have wastewater treatment systems in. However, now we're finding more of the point source situations where you have to treat something that you can't do in a standard precipitation system, conventional treatment. So we specialize in doing the hard to treat stuff like the chromes and the cyanides and the nasty stuff. And we give back to the water, we recycle water, so we bring it back as near DI quality. It's better rinsing and no sewer discharge is our ultimate goal.
I see. Now, handling, those are some pretty caustic chemicals that you're dealing with there, some pretty nasty stuff. What kind of challenges did those present as you were starting to dig in and really deal with some of those environmental considerations?
Well, for years the regulations have gotten tighter and tighter, particularly with metals such as lead back in the old days. Now we're talking about chrome. A few years ago, cadmium cyanide was a bad one. We did a lot of cadmium cyanide systems. The military required the cadmium, and the only good way of doing it was with cyanide processes. So we had a double whammy there, and so we did a lot of systems for that. We still do have those systems in operation, but people are getting away from that because of the environmental problems. So those are the things that keep changing. Now we're going into even the non-hazardous materials, primarily because of the drought situation in California. However, that's happening all over the country. So people don't want to discharge water because the regulations are getting so tight on what has to go to sewer.
Absolutely. It's really amazing the growth of your company. It's really coincided, it seems like, with manufacturing and the industrial marketplace embracing water recycling as a process. I think one of the things they've seen is a better return on the investment. They're not afraid to make that investment. Maybe you can talk to some of your experiences in dealing with people and how they've reacted to some of the things you're proposing to them.
Yeah, so, I look back 30 years ago, and we had people, when we talked about recycled water, it was like not a good thing to say. We actually gave them questionnaires saying, what would you rather have, recycled water or city water? And they would always take city water. Well, we know that the city water and the municipal sources really aren't that good for high quality rinsing or for making up baths. So we talk about maintaining DI water in all of those processes. Saves them a lot of money, gives them better quality in their product, and they're just happier with it. And now the recycle is a good word, and it took 30 years, but that's where we are now. We have a number of closed loop shops where no water goes to sewer. Wow. A lot of them. Yeah.
Now, from a technical perspective, if you're dealing with some what have historically been legacy industries, legacy companies that have been around a while, is that a tough retrofit to get them completely to zero discharge?
It is. As I mentioned, a lot of companies, they already have a waste treatment system. They can't be without it. It may be old conventional technologies. So a lot of what we do are these smaller systems where we go in and we point source a particular problem area of the shop. Maybe it's chrome, where everything else is good, but the chrome's having problems. The rinses aren't good, they're getting spots on the part, or they can't go to drain with it because of the chrome regs. So we have things like that with cyanide as well as cadmium and heavy metals. So we'll point source some of these areas and take care of that for the customer. And so there's where our growth is in the point sourcing.
Makes
more
sense.
and more.
Makes sense. You deal with a lot of different industries beyond just the surface and refinishing coatings folks. looking specifically though at the people that are going to be at the Surf and Show here, what are some of the trends that you're going to see or that you see for them to be dealing with in the near future?
Well, we see that a lot of these folks are talking about such things as the NDT business, where they now have to, because of NADCAP. I mean, some of the papers that are talking about NADCAP are telling them how they have to do their rinsing, how they have to do their inspection, and we see a lot of inspection fluids like the cracks, in the weldments and what have you in the aerospace industry. So now we're dealing with a lot of things like the Zyglow, the dye penetrant solutions. Those are problems for customers to discharge. So now we're doing a lot of systems that are doing those kinds of solutions.
Awesome. Well, Paul, thanks so much for the time.
Good.
Have a great Surf and Show.
Thank you. Okay.
We'll go from there.
Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.